So here we are, everybody. Let's take a look at the loadout of these two teams' armies and rein it back in. So we have zombies up in the front. Looks like we'll have some crypt ghoul action as well. Some crypt ghouls over here supporting crypt horrors. I like that, getting the poison. Well, actually, no, crypt horrors have poison too. I always forget about that. Now we're going to be seeing skeleton warriors making up the bulk of the front line here with some tomb guard. And then we're going to have skeleton spearmen in the back kind of accompanying the bone giant by the looks of it. We have Graveguard with great weapons off in the back. Two white kings down here on foot. We have Archon the Black on top of his horse. And then up in the air we are going to be seeing a dragon, a zombie dragon to be precise, ridden by the Red Duke. Same combination. Oh no, just kidding. They switched the crypt horrors and ghouls over to the left flank instead of the right. Got some skeleton chariots and a bone giant. And make that two bone giants, one on either flank. And on the right flank to protect the bone giant, we have a Vargulf here accompanying the tomb guard into battle. Now, for the Skaven dwarf side of this battlefield, we'll see this. Now, we have Skaven slaves making up the front line, 5 of them. They're going to be backed up by some rattling guns. We have poison wind mortars, as always. Dragonback Slayers, Giant Slayers, backline of Clan Rats with shields and spears, and then one of them being the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. We're going to have a cannon, a Trollhammer Torpedo, and a second cannon for a good amount of firepower in this force. We have the Plague Priest, an Assassin, Lord Skrull, Gotrek, Felix, and Grombrindle the White Dwarf, the typical hero squad we've been seeing in this 2v2 composition. Roman Dog? Never heard of him. Yeah, no, casting tournaments, the reason I think it's hard to find casters and co-casters who are willing to be consistent is it is like 6 hours at least. I think most of my tournaments, I'd say on average, if I did a complete average, maybe 5.5 hours would be the average, but it feels like lately mostly 6 hours, 7 hours. Yeah, no, pretty much the same matchup over and over again. So yeah, I will be rescheduling the final match between whichever two teams qualify to tomorrow. So I think I would rather do that because this could, take an hour or more for this best of 3 to resolve. And then if we did a best of 5, we could theoretically be going on for another like 3 hours from now. And considering there's a lot of players who are in time zones that are not mine, that could be absolutely absurd. Like talking about people like Han, for instance, a Chinese player, could pay having him play until like 9 in the morning when he started at midnight or something. So got to take that into account and make sure we don't have these go so long to where we lose all of the audience, and then also the players' performance just degrades slowly because they've been playing for 9 hours straight, But in any case, with this battle right now, the Poison Wind Mortars are firing away into the Tomb Guard by the looks of it, trying to do as much damage as they can to them and doing quite well at it, I have to say. These guys are down about 1/3 of their health, and we'll see as they approach the half health mark if they get an invocation of Nehek or something along those lines. We have the Vampire Lord here, the Red Duke, circling around threatening, just kind of, either maybe trying to draw fire so he can draw some of the cannon shots out towards him and dodge them. But at least just putting that pressure in the rear line, letting them know, like, hey, you guys better make sure you're ready. I'm going to be floating around here threateningly, and if you forget I'm over here, I'll come back and bite you in the ass, quite literally. Oh my goodness, the cannons fire away. Hey, Doboff, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. I appreciate it greatly. This bone giant is getting decimated by the cannon fire, losing so much HP. Going to have to see heals going down on top of it, I would imagine. But, you also have these Tomb Guard who've taken a lot of damage. This is just looking pretty good for Super Team 1 so far, but as we've seen plenty of times before, these battles can turn on a dime. So in the early stages, definitely giving the edge here to Super Team 1 so far and getting the better trades, but we'll see if that can persist once the lines are closed. Yeah, I like the decision. If I were the Tomb Kings right now, maybe pull your bone giants behind one of these buildings and just try to like poke out and fire at units and use the tower here, or I guess I shouldn't say the tower, like the windmill here, the modest farmstead, to block the incoming cannon fire. There goes a scab scraft going through slayers, doing a touch of damage on each of them, but not too much. Over here, Arc on the black, the two white kings are in combat, and the two white kings are trying to double team this assassin. We'll see if they're successful in that, or if they get killed off here, because Gotrek, Felix, and Grombrindle are all coming over too, and these white kings may be dead to rights once they close that gap and get on top of them. Keep in mind they're on foot, so it's not like they're going to be running away very quickly. Over here, Skeleton Warriors getting tied down by the Skaven Slave Spears. Skeleton Warriors getting tied down once again. And one thing I think that may work in favor of the Undead here is how split apart a lot of the Dwarf and Skaven army is from the rest of it. Because they can shut down these cannons right now, I think. Clearly you have the Dragonback Slayers to worry about, but if you have the Vargulf over here pressuring the other units in the back line with, oh, this skeleton chariots are coming through here, getting a lovely rear charge on the Rattling Gunners. Vargulf is coming in, and that may be a recipe for a terror rout unless the Slayers get over here in time to counter them, which it looks like they will. Over here in the central engagements, checking back in on the health of some of these other units, it looks like Felix is getting targeted by the Bone Giants. The Bone Giants are still alive. One of them is pretty weak, but you know, as long as they're alive, they're deadly. And now it does look like Felix is in danger of getting killed off here, perhaps by a well-placed breath. It looks like the Red Duke is coming in on top of him to get that direct line of fire. Barf on top of Felix. And oh my goodness gracious. Felix, 253 HP. One more shot from a Bone Giant will probably kill him. He's unbreakable right now because the Grombrindle has no fear, which is a very timely play. And it looks like one of the White Kings is still alive. The other one, I am going to have to guess, is dead. I really don't understand how he would be alive at this point. 16 HP on top of Felix. He's trying to stay alive, but he will go down for the count. And now, as long as this the Red Duke can get out of this combat area, he is in a really strong position. He killed off the healing, the only healing access this hero squad has for the Dwarf and Skaven army. And as long as he uses his breaths and stuff wisely, he should be okay. But Gotrek here getting knocked way out of formation. And honestly, if the Red Duke gets in the air and does like a nice charge, he may be able to knock him even further out, but it might be risky now that Grombrindle's coming over. May have his smoke bomb ready to pop once again. So the Undead faction clearly needs to play this very, very safely, and I think that's exactly what we're going to be seeing them do. Crypt Horrors coming over here, trying to help pin this Plague Priest in place. The Red Duke is going to be firing in. And the Poison Wind Mortars coming over here, doing some friendly fire damage, but obviously getting a lot of value on this very expensive elite Graveguard with great weapon unit. Yeah, I'm going to have to seriously consider that and let the players know and check with them to make sure that works with their schedules. Alright, look at that Bone Giant firing away, doing a lot of damage to the Red Duke. On accident, I would presume, since he's a friendly unit, but trying to shoot the Plague Priest and hitting him by mistake. And now, look at this, Crypt Horrors, the Red Duke are on top of the Iron Drake Trollhammer torpedoes. And if they can take these guys out, that's going to be another big win for them. You can see they're doing a good job of routing a lot of these units. They got the Poison Wind Mortars offline, they got this cannon shattered. This cannon is under a lot of pressure. But the Dragonback Slayers are doing wonderful work here, taking care of the Crypt Horrors. They're just tailor-made to kill these unarmored large units. But the Trollhammer torpedo is taking quite a lot of damage, and we'll see if the vampires can capitalize on this. It looks like we may be seeing another breath coming down here in the near future. And I'm just curious to see what unit it targets on. Oh, wow, there goes the breath on top of Lord Skrolk, too. helping bring that balance of power further in favor of the undead forces. And yeah, those threats have been devastating. The one on Gotrek was absolutely game-changing there. And there goes a huge hit on top of Lord Skrulk. El Sif is popped on top of him. Stand your ground. He is popped in order to try and counter it. Grombrindle is coming in here, and the Vampire Lord needs to be careful. The Assassin and Grombrindle coming over here could really hurt him. Flash Bomb and Assassin's Trophy has been popped, and look at this, guys. If he doesn't get out of here ASAP, he may get killed. Grombrindle and the Assassin are no joke. The Chariot is coming up to hit him too, and just look at his health disappear. Invocation from the Heck on top of him, and it looks like he's going to be able to escape due to a timely Skeleton Warrior summon here from his good friend Archon the Black, so he's going to owe him a beer or whatever undead people drink after this battle is through. Oh, duh, blood. Vampires. Huh. Well, never mind, Tomb Kings don't drink blood. But anyways, give him some sand. Over here, though, going to see the Plague Priest getting routed, taking a ton of damage, and I don't know which way this is going to go. I think the fact that the undead units killed off Felix so early in this battle may win them the fight in the end, because normally this hero Doom Squad with Gotrek, Lord Skrulk, Grombrindle, the Assassin, they would all be getting healed non-stop in this big blob fight. But now you see Graveguard with great weapons diving in, half health on them, and they're going to start really turning the tide against this Dowie blob, because they are going to have enough health and armor-piercing power to kill off any remaining Dwarven units. And actually, now that I look at it, they don't really need armor-piercing because they're up against Giant Slayers and Dragonback Slayers, but Bone Giants are still online, the Cannons are not. One of the Bone Giants very low on health or ammunition, and this other one actually a bit better on ammunition but lower on health. And yeah, this may be the nail in the coffin as the Bone Giants just continue to pick whatever targets they want to shoot and kill them off. Yep, there goes another big shot into Lord Skrulk. I think we have one more breath from the Red Duke. Liber Babonicus went down on top of him, though, and he's going to take so much damage. He still has plenty of room to heal, though. The Trollhammer torpedoes are firing away at him, though. He needs to get the hell out of there, and he needs another Invocation in the Heck ASAP just to play it safe. He has plenty of room in his healing cap, so I think he'll be okay, and now he is safely out of the range of the Trollhammer torpedoes. Cryptor is diving in on top of him, trying to do some damage. The Hero Goon Squad is going to come over and probably kill it off, though, if it doesn't crumble out of existence first. Oh, an epic swing of the axe from Grombrindle, going to knock that Cryptor right out of existence. Now they're diving into the heroes here. Alright, Archon is going after Lord Skrulk. The Assassin is desperately trying to counter him, but I think he recognizes he can't catch him now. And the Lord Skrulk is probably just a lost cause. So, don't want to waste any more resources trying to save him when Archon clearly has the superior speed. Balance of power is starting to swing further and further in favor of the undead forces. Vargulf, I didn't even see here, still has plenty of regeneration to do. And now he's hitting the Assassin. Grombrindle the White Dwarf, though, is coming over here, and he needs to get the hell out of here. He has Slayers at his back, and an Assassin and Grombrindle at his front, and Gotrek is coming over as well. This guy needs to move out of here. That would be a needless loss there, since there's really nothing here that can catch him unless a smoke bomb goes down from Grombrindle. Over here, Skaven Slaves going to get charged by the dragon and then followed up by a massive side charge from the skeleton chariots, and that's just going to completely shatter them. Just like immediately, they're just getting decimated. And now this is where the death comes, guys. The heroes are tied up in a bunch of infantry. Of course, they're not going to die from the infantry, but it means they're going to be all too distracted over there, getting stuck in that, and then the Slayers are going to be coming out here. They're unbreakable, but they're separated from the heroes now, and I think if the chariots and these Skeletons Tomb Guard went out to attack them, they would win that fight. I'm not sure why the Tomb card called off the attack. I think they're very well suited to kill the Giant Slayers and Dragonback Slayers. And I would like to see them go in for that charge now. Magic must be very low on the Undead faction's part. I haven't seen any of it being used so far. And obviously there is no magic on the Dwarfs Skaven Alliance now that Skrulk has been chased off the field. I mean, you say that, but a smoke bomb could be devastating, especially with an Assassin and Gotrek and Grombrindle. I think they could kill that Vargulf in a quick minute if it makes the bad engagement. Slayers getting hammered now by the Chariots. They are bonus versus large, so they do good in sustained combat, but they don't have any charge defense. So when they get hit by these Chariots, it's just going to be absolutely devastating. 6 models on this one, 2 models on that one. Over here, Trollhammer Torpedoes coming back for a moment, but now getting rear charged by the Red Duke. And I don't think they're getting up from that. One of them had their arm knocked clean off, clearly hit an artery. And the other one maybe just plain dead. It's like, I hope he thinks I'm dead. Don't come back. And I also have to imagine all 3 breaths have been used, and I must have just missed one. But yeah, Skeleton Chariots going to be doing okay for themselves, taking some damage, but still have 8 models. Bone Giant's now coming in, and the Bone Giant will just be there to hold units in place, distract them. I mean, the Hero Squad should be more than a match for them, but looks like the Bone Giant's going to go in first, protect the Vampire leadership. I like that decision. Maybe get the Vargulf over here a bit closer. And honestly, you got to send in the Tomb Guard now, man. Send in the Tomb Guard, send in the Skeleton Warriors to pin down and do damage to the remaining Slayers. Now, Sif is popped on top of the Assassin. There goes a Skeleton Warrior summon coming in, and a Terror Route on top of the Assassin, and it looks like that's going to be a GG with the Assassin Terror Routing. Yeah, unless something crazy happens right here, right now. But are we about to see the last breath? It looks like he's trying to get into position for a breath. Nah, I'm just getting my hopes up. Yeah, I think Hell's Kitchen's got this first battle for sure. Alright, looks like he's going in for it. Trying to hit the Assassin in the rear. First hit on the Assassin will be devastating. And then I think we're going to see a Smoke Bomb. No, Assassin's Trophy is on top of him. And all of the heroes are going to go after him. But look at that. The route on the Assassin going to hold. He's probably going to get killed off here. And now Grombrindle and Gotrek are the only ones left. Besides some tattered Dragonback Slayers who are down to 1 model. I think it's time for the Tomb Guard to come in once again. And that Bone Giant taking so much damage. But look at that. There goes a Spirit Leech on top of Grombrindle. And now the only person who's holding himself together is Gotrek. Grombrindle's like, yo, dude, I didn't take a Slayer's Oath. I just show up when shit gets bad. And this is really bad, so I'm going to bounce. Whereas Gotrek is just finally reveling in the glory of his imminent doom. Finally, he's found something to kill him. The combination of a Vampire Lord on a Zombie Dragon with a Bone Giant. And that's going to be a good first game. Did Tomb King bring a sandwich in this tourney already? Did they bring a sandwich? I mean, yeah, they've definitely sandwiched people before. Yeah, the bat joke is so bad I don't even get the pun. Sandwich Kalita. Ghoulies doing work. Can you shut your mouth? Oh, we need somebody to tell bad puns so I don't look so bad when I do my bad dad jokes. But yeah, I mean, well played. It was just patient play here. 256 kills on the Skeleton Chariot. That's what you call value. And yeah, I mean, I like both teams' armies. I think both of them played very well, and that's just a matter of them getting a little bit outplayed by the Hell's Kitchen.